Summer crafting is in full swing, and today I'm showing you how to create an adorable popsicle banner that's perfect for summer parties, barbecues, classrooms, or simply adding a fun seasonal touch to your home decor. Hi everyone, I'm Tanna and welcome back to Creative Fabrica. Today we're creating a colorful, fun, summer-themed banner using paper craft techniques and designs from Creative Fabrica. This project is beginner-friendly, it's budget-friendly, and it's a great way to utilize all your scraps that you have left over using cardstock and your cutting machine to make something bright and cheerful. So whether you're making summer party decorations, classroom decor, or simply looking for a quick seasonal craft, this project can be easily customized using different colors, patterns, and embellishments to match your style. So let's go ahead and get started and turn some simple paper into a beautiful banner. First things first, of course, we're going to need to find an amazing file to create these popsicle shapes out of. So on Creative Fabrica, I'm just going to type in Popsicle SVG, and as you can see, we have hundreds of options here. For our banner today, I really wanted different shapes in there. I wanted, one to be like cut out. I wanted just some variety. I didn't just want to make simple popsicle shapes. So that's why this one stood out to me, because one is cut out, one has some drips on it. So I figured it was perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get that into Silhouette Studio. And I'm just going to size that all together to the sizing that I want, which was a little under 6 inches. Now we're just going to take each one of those shapes and put them on their own quadrant so that is where we're going to place our different colored cardstock when we go to load it into the machine. Now down on the bottom left, you'll see the different layers that we'll have to cut after. We're just going to repeat the exact same process. So now we're going to go ahead and prep our cardstock because these are going to be in 6x6 squares. So just go ahead and get all of your cardstock colors cut that you want for your popsicle banner. I chose orange, blue, green, pink, and yellow. Now I will say try to make those as perfect 6x6s as you possibly can, as well as making sure that you align them as close to perfect as you can on your cutting mat. This way you don't have any overlapping or any accidental cutting that you're going to have to redo later, of course. So go ahead and get that loaded up into your machine and then watch the magic start to happen. Now I did this 3 separate times with different varieties of colors where I placed them. And then I did the exact same thing when I was cutting the second layers as well. I just placed them in different spots, different colors. And now we get to peel them off of our cutting mat. Now I will say my mat is not that sticky, so you won't be able to tell the effect as much in this video, but you want to make sure that you're peeling your cutting mat away from your cardstock versus peeling your cardstock away from your cutting mat. That way we're not getting any bent cardstock, of course. And then we're going to start sorting. We want to sort all of the different shapes that we have cut out. That way we can better pair up the coloring that we have. So I'll make sure that I don't put a blue drip on a blue popsicle, basically. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay that all out, and we're going to start with the more rectangular popsicles and start laying out and making sure that we like which colors are together, basically. I like to call this a dry fit, and it's one of my favorite parts of crafting. Nothing's permanent yet, but I'm just going to make sure that everything lines up nicely. Okay, now it's time to glue. I will say I don't think I have the best glue for this today, personally. However, it did work great. This is the Aleene's Multimedia glue. It smells a little strong, but it did work really well and it dries really fast. You just have to be careful once you lay it down. Don't wiggle the paper too much because it's still very wet and it's very movable. So just be careful if you do end up using this glue. Of course, you can use a more paper glue if that's what you have on hand. Now we're going to lay those to the side and let those dry without anything on top of them, just because I don't want those to move around. Now we're going to go ahead and work on the colors that we're using for our drips. I really wanted to pair the pretty yellow on top of the pink. And then I did the pink on top of the blue, and then the blue on top of the yellow. And then we're just going to repeat this process over again. Now I will say on this pink one, I went a little too heavy-handed on the drippage. It was just a little bit too much of a bulb there at the bottom. So I did have a little bit poking out at the end. So just go a little bit lighter handed than I did. And I switched up my technique after. And this is why practice matters. Just so that you know, you get a feel for what works and what doesn't. So now after everything is dried, we're going to go in with some jumbo wooden craft sticks. They wouldn't be popsicles without popsicle sticks, of course. So we're just going to use that exact same glue, and we are going to lay the popsicle sticks right on top of it. Now this part took a little bit just to try to make sure I liked the height of how far down it was showing at the bottom. So just mess with it until you're happy, and then go ahead and do that to the rest of them and let that fully dry before we can move on to our next step, which is adding the string. Now I'm just using some good old-fashioned yarn for this just because it's what I had on hand. And what I'm going to do is lay them on their faces. We're going to add a little dab right above the popsicle stick line there, and then I'm going to roll that string all up in there so I can get all the glue up in the fibers, so I know that it's going to adhere really, really well. And again, I'm using the exact same glue once again. Now here is our beautiful banner. It's so bright, it's so fun, and it screams summer, and I hope you enjoyed. And that's it. Our summer banner is complete. This project is such a fun reminder that paper crafts don't have to be over the top or complicated to make a big impact. With a few supplies, a cutting machine, and the right designs, you can create seasonal decor that's both affordable and completely customizable. I hope this tutorial gave you some inspiration for your own fun summer crafting and shows just how versatile paper crafting can be. If you'd like to recreate this project, make sure to head over to Creative Fabrica to check out all of the fonts and designs available. You'll find thousands of resources to help bring your ideas to life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for new crafty videos every week. I'll see you next time.